we should be simulcasting right now on Twitter and also YouTube. If you missed the first part, I just want to say, shit's about to get real right here, right now, ladies and gentlemen. Fractal Bitcoin just dropped a bomb. We are going to morph like Transformers real soon. We're gonna go from this to this, and the real games are about to begin, and we are live on good old Twitter and also YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. Guys, it's about that time. It's our time to shine. We're going to be breaking down the latest announcement from Fractal Bitcoin. They're going to go live real soon. There's going to be mega opportunities. This is going to transform from just verbal talk to real execution and action. The main event's almost here, so you better buckle your ass in because you're in for a hell of a show.
Francis Dhun, uncensored.
That is correct, ladies and gentlemen. We're coming back at y'all once again, live and direct with some hot, juicy news. If you want tomorrow's newspapers today, make sure you subscribe, like, and hit the bell notification button. If you want to put yourself ahead of the crowd, that's what we do best here on this channel, ladies and gentlemen. Guys, it is crazy times right now. Like, I just want to dance. I just want to stand up in my chair and dance. What I'm about to present to you guys, right, which is the tweet, the thread from the Fractal Bitcoin team, it is so refreshing to see this, to be honest. We're finally going to get something that addresses the issues that I was facing personally as a trader with tokens on Bitcoin and many others. This is it right here. And by the way, we do have a special guest. He goes by the name of Shilly Shizzy up in the house. Here's Shizzy. What's up, Shizzy? Thank you for coming on.
What's up, man? Thank you for having me, bro. I'm excited, bro. I've been watching your channel for like a long time, man. It's really awesome. I'm actually on it. It's crazy.
You're on it now. You're on it now, boy. I know Shizzy wanted to see this go past September just so he could say he was right, but nonetheless, he is. I mean, speak for yourself, though, but you are excited for Fractal, and you said you're bullish on it. What's your sentiment on Fractal, even before this announcement?
I'm always bullish on. I've been bullish on Fractal for a long time. I think that this is exactly what you said. We get the 30-second blocks, right? We actually get real DeFi on Bitcoin with the smart contracts and stuff like that. So I'm definitely excited for that. And it being a lot of guys who've been building on Bitcoin for a long time are building this, right? So it's not guys who just came over here and said I want to build on Bitcoin. These guys have been building on BSV for the last 5-6 years, right? So this isn't anything that. They've been trying to do this for a long time, and now they finally have the opportunity, and let's see what they can do.
Exactly. And speaking of BSV, right, what's also important about that is, right, I like to value the team, right? Teams are very important to me when I'm looking at a project. And why is that so? Because, you want to make sure, Shizzy, and everybody who's watching, and I know you know this, Shizzy, you want to make sure that the team knows what the heck they're doing. That's why you want to look at a team. And what better than a team that's been here before everybody else, which is them. Tokens on Bitcoin. It was them. Yeah. I think somebody or a group of people like a Unisat who's been here before every single buddy else. And look, maybe they might have been other guys that was here before or saw the token standard of BRC20s when it was the advent of that in early 2023. But whoever took action first is what counts. So that was Unisat, right? Built the first indexer, built the first wallet, built the first marketplace, right? I want to put all my faith and trust into them. If there's anybody I'll bet on, it's that team. And lo and behold, I mean, they just dropped the bomb on us. So I'm just going to, let me share my screen here. And I will populate that information. And we do have a very nice crowd here to begin on YouTube. You guys know what I've been doing, right? Shizzy, people will ask me, all the time, in the real world and online, right? Shizzy, they're like, hey, what do you tell the normies what you do for a living? You know what I say? I change bum lives for a living. And let me tell you, if I don't change a bum life this year, Fractal Bitcoin sure as hell will. All right? I'm that confident on that. But nothing's guaranteed. Do your DYOR. Do your own research. Okay, let's get right to it, guys. As you can tell, I am super smiley today. And yes, it's because of Shizzy. He's here too. But mainly because of Fractal Bitcoin going live. I am genuinely freaking happy. Now let me let me see. Let me just say hello to people here. We got Amit in the house. We got FB Crypto Sunny. Guys, bring your questions, man. We're dropping that alpha today, boys. So let me go like this. And let me just say what's up to people on Twitter too. Don't want to ignore them.
My
Thank
man
you so much,
Chief
guys, for
Ax-
joining. Yeah,
My
yeah,
man
yeah.
Chief Axel on the YouTube. Shout out Chief. He's one of my guys, man. So.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, Shizzy, I'm going to share my screen. So in order to do that, I shall just kind of take you off for a second, right? But
Yeah,
your audio is on, so you could always talk.
Okay.
So guys, here we go. And this is also really good to see, man. Like, dude, Shizzy, 61.8K followers, right? They're getting a lot of attention for real. I think when I first covered them, it was around 800, and like that was not too long ago. So they are growing there. Guys, this is the announcement here, okay? And I'll open up this one. Actually, let me go back here. This is what they tell us. Fractal Mainnet is set to launch. It's no longer an idea, guys. It's no longer, it'll be cool. It's set date now, right? Fractal Mainnet is expected to officially launch on September 9th, 2024. Okay? So that is in about, I don't know, a week and a half, 2 weeks? Well, about 2 weeks, okay? Curious about what's next on Fractal? You definitely wouldn't want to miss this. Highlights of this article is the Fractal token economics, which I'm a master at. That's like when I say a master, that's like I'm a connoisseur for token economics, right? That's how come I was able to predict that dog wouldn't do shit, and that's what happened. Sorry, Shizzy. BRC20 on Fractal, all right? So that's another thing they're covering here. And PizzaSwap testing, very interesting. They're not rebranded, but they're officially calling it PizzaSwap and not Fractal Swap. We're going to talk about bridges for Fractal. You guys, if you've been watching my channel, did an interview with Yahweh, who is the leading OpCat specialist in the field. He mentioned that there will be decentralized bridges for things like USDC and USDT. More wallets, protocols, and apps. Very interesting. Exciting developments on the horizon. Stay tuned for more details. And this is where we get into the nitty-gritty. So, right here, guys, okay? So Shizzy thought this was in September. I saw your tweet, Shizzy. It is September 9th. All good. So once again, these are the things that they're covering. And let's start off with this one, guys. Look, there's some reading here, guys, but please pay attention. You need to know this, right? You know, it's kind of like when you guys ask me these repetitive questions. All of your answers are going to be answered right here. So Fractal token economics. We believe now is the perfect time to introduce Fractal token economics. Here's the link. The token economics, comes with a clean voting governance model enabled by the flexible scripting capabilities of OpCat, okay? So this is what makes this a little bit more special in terms of what you could do and the functionality, okay? So OpCat will offer that. Our long-term goal is to leverage the increasing programmability for transparent, efficient on-chain governance that truly empowers the Fractal ecosystem. We invite you to join us actively and participate in Fractal's governance. So this is the economics page, and we'll get into it. We'll break this down together, Shizzy. So Fractal economics. At Fractal, we have meticulously designed a comprehensive token economics model that establishes the long-term sustainability of our project while delivering maximum value to our community and investors. Our approach ensures that every participant in the ecosystem, ranging from miners to developers, has a positive vested interest in the growth and success of the network. Okay? And then they go on to tell us 80% of all tokens are allocated to the community. That's good. With just 20% of the team and contributors with lockup periods to ensure ongoing support. And this is what we got here going for you guys. And I am kind of blocking it, so I'll go like this. Okay, so Shizzy, we have, out of 100%, right off the bat, 50% is for proof of work and mining. Okay, let's look at the other side where they allocate these different percentages, right? And I love dealing with token economics. So, ecosystem treasury, let me just make sure I got, okay. So, ecosystem treasury, okay, 15%. Presale, so they did do a presale, full transparency, 5% of the tokens are going to that. That's abnormally low. Right? Pre-sales, right? Like of the overall supply, 5% is abnormally low, right? It really is. It's like around about 20-25. Advisor, 5%, community grants, 10%, so that's like incentives, and core contributors, 15%. And I do believe they kind of like break it down for us in more details here, right? So let's carry on here. So proof of work, mining, 50%. Half of the total token supply is allocated to proof of work. Mining, aligning Fractals closely with Bitcoin securities model. This is critical for maintaining network security and ensuring reliable block production. Ecosystem treasury, 15% of the tokens are reserved for the ecosystem treasury dedicated to investing in the Fractal ecosystem. This treasury supports and funds initiatives that improve the ecosystem and provides for ongoing core improvements for Fractal. Maybe we could kind of like break this down here, right? So that's the first one. I'll read that again. So ecosystem treasury, 15%. What they're trying to say is, like, I had a number of times I wanted to do something and I was thinking of giving away 100% of the supply, but I'll tell you something right now. You know, this is not for this particular metric. Sometimes that doesn't work out too well in your favor, because if you want to get listed on exchanges, if you want to reward people who are bringing value to the ecosystem, like projects who are building there, you want to kind of help them out and give them some grants and incentives, right? In this case, ecosystem treasury, 15% of the tokens are reserved for ecosystem treasury, dedicated to investing in the Fractal ecosystem, right? I don't know. What's your take on this particular one here so far?
So 15% of the treasury. It depends on what they're doing with the treasury. I don't think there's any information out right now about what they're doing with it. 15% seems to be okay. Usually what they do with that, and correct me if I'm wrong, is a lot of partnerships, right? A lot of partnerships and stuff like that. That'll come from there. If they acquire anything, it'll come from there as well. What else comes from the treasury that I'm maybe
treasury? They're saying this is an ecosystem treasury, so meaning this is kept for any project, developer, whatever, to enhance the actual ecosystem. This does not appear, right, based off of their definition of this metric, doesn't appear to be the treasury for like the team or, you know, to do some other stuff. Maybe there's another section for that, the community grants, core contributors.
Core contributors,
yeah. So maybe this could be part of that then, yeah? This one here could be.
Yeah.
But like you said, it's kind of vague. Who knows what is going to be sent there. But, like, if we look at this, Shizzy, you know, what happened with the Ethereum Foundation and what they did, right? And I know a lot of people got things, but I have to admit, like, after a long period of time, like 9 years, and they sold 35,000 of these units, bro, if it wasn't for Ethereum, we wouldn't have DeFi, which means we wouldn't have crypto. We wouldn't have Uniswap. We wouldn't have Avi Lending. We wouldn't have Axie Infinity. We wouldn't have Meta. Like, that's what they did. So I'm okay with a team like Ethereum selling. They need to reward themselves, right? I think, you know, a lot of people took that in the wrong context. It's not like if the team dumped on you like you're used to when you get into a shitcoin and then they dump fucking the next 2 days. It's nothing like that. It's quite the opposite. So, you know, before you respond, Shizzy, I'll just say, shouldn't people who do such great work like an Ethereum blockchain, first ever smart contract, be able to reward themselves? And if, you know, and why that's relevant to this is because, well, that could be something that takes place here maybe later down the line. Right? So I'm kind of comparing it to what happened with Ethereum.
Yeah, well, with Ethereum, they dumped a crap load of tokens this week, right? And I think a lot of people are upset, but you're 100% right. You know, it's their tokens, so they can do whatever the hell they want with it. I mean, it's a permissionless blockchain, and you know, they earn those tokens. I mean, someone can like it or not, but it's their tokens. They can do whatever they want with it. My only problem with it is the rumor is they're giving some of that to Tim Walz and the campaign over there.
Who's Tim Walz? Who's Tim Walz?
So that's the vice president. Apparently,
of
a lot
Ethereum?
of it's going to. No. Of the Kamala Harris's vice president. So rumor has it that they're dumping some of these tokens to kind of donate to the campaign.
I don't know who pulled that from the sky. Who pulled that one from the sky? I hope they could back it up.
I read it today, man. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing a lot of.
No, I'm not discounting you, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know who stated that, but they should at least back it up with something.
I should have came with I didn't know we were gonna talk about that, but I should have came with. I did see that where the transaction is online, but you guys can research that yourselves. But I'm hearing that's the only problem I have with them dumping tokens was because the rumor is that they're donating it to the campaign.
Right. Okay, it is what it is. Look, this part here, 5%, bro, for a pre-sale, that's very small. So why is this important? This is important because then people say, oh, you're just going to make everybody else rich, right? Oh, you're just going to have, but 5% is a minute allocation for a pre-sale. Again, it's like 20%, which make 3 times the difference, 3 times the sell pressure, right? Now, obviously, vesting periods aren't really mentioned here, and I mean, that's probably not on any of our business, and I don't know anybody that does that, releases vesting periods to the public, but, you know, it is what it is. 5%, I can live with that. Advisors 5%, that's pretty standard. It's around that.
Well, real quick with the pre-sale, real quick. So that's Binance, right? That's Unisat, or am I wrong with that? Like, who do we know who owns the who bought in the pre-sale?
So we don't know. We don't know who bought into the pre-sale, but that should just that's regular investors, like whoever wanted to
I got you.
invest at the time. Fucking hell, I wish I got a hold of that.
But like, I guess my question is like, does the Binance investment come out of there, or does that come out of
Gotcha.
something else?
Very good question. It could be some form of like, I don't know, maybe equity. It could be tokens.
Okay.
I just don't know. I don't think it's the token. I think it's some form of like funding and equity, and if they make revenue, and they take it from there.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
I got you.
I don't think it's that. Maybe they get something, but the main investment should be equity. Yeah. Okay. So let's go down. So advisors is standard, community grants 10%. So they're incentivizing, for communities. 10% of the tokens are allocated to community grants, which will be used to establish partnerships. Core contributors as well. The remaining 50% of tokens are allocated to core contributors who build. So look, let's just say that how all of this is true, right? Of how they broke this down over here. Okay, right here. In essence, 50% mining, that means that's untouched, right? That's going to miners. 15% ecosystem treasury, this is like kind of like reinvesting back into the ecosystem, okay? Pre-sale, a very abnormally lower number than what the standard pre-sales are. It's not 5, the supply is about maybe 20%, 15%, something like that, okay? So that's 3 to 4 times less. Advisors, 5%, that's normal. Community grants, it's like, once again, this part of the overall supply is going back into the ecosystem pretty much, right? Community. They're rewarding like their community. And core contributors, 15% as well. So it's almost like if everything is being reinvested for the most part, right?
Yeah.
I can imagine that.
I have a question. So community grants, could that be some type of airdrop maybe?
Could be.
Yeah.
There you go. Very good pickup there. I didn't even think of it like that. I know you're an airdrop guy. That's why. You're an airdrop guy. You're not an airdrop guy.
I'm chasing. Hey, you want to give me free money? I'll take it all day. If I gotta just use your wallet, I'll use your wallet. You want to use your marketplace? I'll use your marketplace.
I don't blame you. So. I don't blame you. Anybody got questions? We got a nice crowd on YouTube. What's up, family? You guys, let me ask you guys a question. Hold on. You do like making money, right? If you do, let me know in the live chat, because that's what we're about to do here. And my YouTube family knows best how we do it, bro. They know how we do it. I know Shizzy says he used to be a viewer, right? You used to watch my shit, right?
Yeah.
You don't watch it anymore, bro. Don't lie. You don't watch it anymore.
No, I do. I was listening to your last interview with the what was that?
Opcat.
It was the Opcat guy.
Yeah.
And I thought it was phenomenal, by the way. Yeah. I don't want to give you any flowers, but it was really good.
I was kind of sick, bro. So I played it off. Put like a smile on my face, like, my stomach, oh shit, my stomach hurts. But
yeah, I actually learned a lot, man, because I didn't even really know a lot of that. These guys have been around for a while. These guys are in BSV, and what they've been building. I mean, that's one thing that people don't understand. Like, it used to be a knock, right, when you used to be on BSV, but now it's kind of like a badge of honor, because you went through a lot of the stuff. I mean, they weren't making money over there. On BSV guys, I mean, you can say what they want. There wasn't much money flowing through that chain, but they stayed around and they built what we have today.
That's it. No, exactly. That is correct. So guys who are watching us here live, and maybe you're going to be watching the replay, we got something pretty darn cool here. So PizzaSwap is about to hit Fractal. Okay, guys? So PizzaSwap, previously named Fractal Swap on Fractal, will be available on the testnet this week, so we could test that out. This is your chance to dive in and start swapping native test assets on Fractal. So this should give you, and I know this is one of Shizzy's favorite topics when it comes to the Unisat team, right? Making swaps on Module 1. I know Shizzy and others were rightfully so criticizing them on that, and I have a take on this as well. But it looks like it's official. It's no longer Fractal Swap, guys. It is PizzaSwap, and Pizza should be the official gas token here. And when we look at this article, this is an old article, right? So I'm sure most of you are aware of how this works. July 7th, they came out with this, which was last month. We're not going to read that for y'all. But before we get to the bridges, I would love to hear Shizzy's take on all of this here. Shizzy, what do you think about the PizzaSwap, with what happened on Layer 1? And remember, right?
Yeah.
people are like they don't really pay attention, right? This is where you get the crowd where it's like, oh fuck, Fractal is really blowing up, so let me go talk about it and tweet about it, so I look like a professional. And now they're coming out with these like these Twitter guys, and they're saying that how it's amazing news because there's a module 1 swap. That's old news. That was always a thing. If you were following this closely, well, not even closely, you should know this. There's a module 1 swap, right? And then there's going to be Fractal swap, or now PizzaSwap. So that's not breaking news. I just wanted to clear that up.
Yeah. So real quick, so anyone that doesn't know, last October, Unisat came out, so we had a swap. Me and Yago B over in Order Evolution were super hyped. We had swap on Bitcoin. Let's go. This is phenomenal. February it launched. So we're talking about 4 to 5 months later. It launched where you can deposit in. You can make swaps, which was phenomenal. You can use sats as the fee token. Awesome. But we both minute sats. So that was great, But then when it was time to bridge out, and it is August, and you still really can't bridge out. Some people can. So how it works is you need someone to bridge in for you to be able to bridge out, right? And that's what's going on with it right now. That's why some people can get out and some people can't. So that's still an issue. But while we're hearing that, a lot of the stuff that Fractal fixes, this is one big part of it. My question to you is, are you still going to have to bridge into these modules even on Fractal?
So let's find out. I think they kind of touch up on that here, I think. Let me see. So, once Pizza goes live, we'll start testing embed. Oh, sorry, this is a different one. Messy right here. I didn't read this. Let me just finish this. Oh, no, this is the next slide, correct?
Yeah.
So, yeah, once PizzaSwap goes live, we'll start testing an embedded mini asset bridge, okay? Allowing you to transfer BTC and other assets between Bitcoin and Fractal, okay?
There's nothing about a modular system.
Yeah, it sounds like it. The Bowl bridge powered by Bowl Network is also set to function on the testnet before Fractal mainnet goes live. Other bridging solutions are on their ways, with testing timelines being finalized in the near future. So what I would say to that, Shizzy, is this. It sounds very similar to what you just described. However, what Yahweh was explaining to us on YouTube, on the live interview that I did with them, is there will be decentralized bridges and all that. So, does a decentralized bridge still go through the same mechanism of you doing the same way as layer 1? I don't think so. But I guess what they're trying to tell us here, it sounds like what you explained to me, on how module 1 works. Yeah.
Yeah, so with module 1, there was a black module and a white module. So with the black module, that's what we're still on. We never got the white module. So if the white module was supposed to allow permissionless ins and outs with no problem, but that never came to, it never went live. Yeah, so I think that's what we're still waiting for. So I think, but I just don't know. Like if someone goes to test Unisat swap now and you you can deposit in, you're bridging in. You're getting receipts on the other side.
You're definitely going to be bridging. I mean, you're definitely going to be sending. Yeah, go ahead.
No, if you're on Fractal already, do I really have to bridge again to technically a modular system? Like that's the one question I just don't know. And they haven't really explained yet. So.
Yeah, again, like it seems as though Shizzy, they're rolling things out very slowly. Even leading up to this point, a little bit of information. So we could just use our common sense for now. But one thing I will definitely take to the bank and run away with is the information that was relayed to us in the interview about these decentralized bridges. I've never even heard of that. Never knew that's a thing. If this is what they're going to do, I think I don't know if it's first of its kind, but it's the first time I'm hearing about it. I don't know if you ever heard of decentralized bridges, but I'm bullish on that.
Well, they're using Bitcoin script, I think, right? Are they locking it on one side? And then you're kind of using what Liquidium does, and you're kind of using to kind of, you lock it on one side and you need someone else to sign on the other side, and you're kind of signing it yourself. And that's how you're able to, I'm not 100% sure. I would love to get more information on that, but I'm not really 100% sure how the actual bridge actually works.
Yeah, and speaking, they mentioned here, if you guys look at this here, they do mention, where is it? Bowl Network, right? Where is that? Right here. The Bowl Bridge. I actually had breakfast with them in Hong Kong. Right here. That's Bowl Network right there. Literally, that's my bald head. Shizzy's blocking it. Thank you, Shizzy. we don't want to scare people away with that bald head of mine. But anyways, and this is Elaine from Waterdrip, and this is the Bowl founder. So yeah, Elaine, I know them pretty well. It's a real team.
Good things about her. Yeah, man.
What's that?
I hear Elaine is like the god of Bitcoin right now. I heard she's killing it over there, man.
Dude, Elaine is the freaking sweetheart of all sweethearts, bro. Like legit, bro. I love Elaine, man. She's just such a
Yeah.
nice, kind soul. Is the best way to describe her, you know. And for me
Yeah.
personally, it's like I'm not a VC guy, bro. But she comes across like a regular person like us. Let's fucking go. She'll say, let's fucking go. You know, like she has like OpCat shirts and all this stuff. Like what the hell? You know, like OpCat. Like yeah, it's like she's just one of us. But you know, sometimes to establish yourself, you need to set up an entity, a company, and all these things. And that's the route they took. But she is an absolute sweetheart. Okay, so I've actually met the Bold team. It's a real team. I could also confirm that. Let us carry on to the next piece of information here. I believe this is the last section here. So they go on to tell us more wallets, protocols, and apps. We're excited to announce that we're working on partnerships with multiple wallet providers to bring you support beyond Unisat Wallet. More options are on the way. Fractal is gearing up to support not just BRC20 and runes, but a wider range of protocols on Bitcoin. That's wild. We're also prepared for the arrival of native Fractal protocols. Shizzy, you smell that? I smell money, bro. I smell money.
Money, man.
I smell money, bro. We're also prepared to arrive of native Fractal protocols. So this right here is going to present mega opportunities. Like this right here. Okay, native Fractal protocols. Be on the lookout for that. Significant. So this is coming from them now. It's no longer rumors. There's no longer second guessing. This is from the horse's mouth. Significant technical optimizations are underway to welcome more apps into the Fractal ecosystem. Cool. We're working hard to bring you more exciting developments while eagerly awaiting the mainnet launch. We hope you're just as excited. Stay tuned for more updates. Guys, I'm going to highlight it once again right there. That's what I'm looking forward to. Shizzy, you tell me, what do you think so far about all of that?
Well, like, so there's a lot of information, right? But what this information does to someone like me is I just have so many more questions. I had more questions today than I had yesterday, right? Because like they answered a lot of the stuff that I was already thinking, but now I'm like, okay, PizzaSwap, are guys, are we going to use pizza as the the fee token? But what about Sats? I thought Sats was the fee token. And then it's just like so you're having native fractal protocols. In order to do that, you need a smart contract language, right? You ain't doing that regular. I mean, you're definitely going to have some type of smart contract language. What is it, right? So now I just have so many more questions that I need answered, like ASAP. But
hey, speaking of questions, guys, on YouTube here, if y'all got questions, we got just over 100 people in YouTube live, and on Twitter we have 363. It looks like. Could you please do us if you have any questions, drop it there, all right? And we'd love to hear from y'all as well. But yeah, no, you're right? I mean, like, the way they're coming out with this, it's very, like, intervals. And it still kind of, like, opens up, room for more questioning. I agree. There is one section that I did miss here. Let me go ahead and go like this. And I will come back like this. So, BRC20 on Fractal. To avoid conflicts with existing assets on Bitcoin mainnet, the rules for BRC20 on Fractal have been specifically tailored. Ticker names on this public testnet will be limited to 6 to 12 bytes. Ticker with 4 or 5 characters will not be permitted, as they are already in use on the Bitcoin mainnet. That makes sense, because then you'll have you'll have exact tickers that could be, conflicting and, confusing. So for BRC20 on Fractal, ticker names can include letters, both uppercase and lowercase, cool, numbers as well, and underscores as well. In total, you have 63 different characters to work with. That's a lot of combinations. Ticker names are not case sensitive. For example, all of this stuff you could do you could do capitals or lower cases is treated the same as that. Both fair launch and self-issuance are supported for all BRC20 assets on Fractal. Self-issuance means these assets can only be minted by the holder of deployed inscription. In addition to the 3 rules mentioned above, BRC20 rules on Fractal are consistent with the BRC20 rules on Bitcoin Layer 1, which essentially means that you'll have the same laws, right? So the max mints of how much you want, et cetera, et cetera. So they're trying to keep it consistent to what we already know, and they're not trying to reinvent the wheel by adding a bunch of new stuff to the protocols, right? From the protocol standpoint. However, from the framework standpoint, it is, again, they're not trying to change much in terms of Bitcoin, right, with SHA-256, proof of work, all these things, but they need to change the block confirmations and cheaper fees. So those are the only tweaks really when you look at this.
Yeah, and it's like exactly what I thought as well, right? Like, so I it's smart. So you have something that works on Bitcoin. Let's the first thing you do. Let's mint some BRC20s, right? So
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be exactly the same. Besides, like you said, you have 30-second blocks, and you're gonna have, it's gonna be a lot quicker. I'm messing with testnet a little bit, and I can mint a crap load more than I ever could with it because it's so much cheaper, right? So I'm definitely this is pretty cool. BRC20s, 6 tickers, but I'm just a little worried, man. Can the Chinese community read 6 characters? I know yours. I know they have a problem with people rumors, but I don't think that's true at all. I don't think that they have a problem at all. But I'm just hoping that no one.
Buddy, going back to that article, like when they were talking about other protocols and all that stuff native to Fractal, super duper interested in that. You know what I mean? So we'll see how everything plays out. So let me just go to the live chat here. We got about 110 people. FB Crypto, what's up? Let me see here. I saw a question. When would they state the total supply? That's correct. But this is the thing that really matters the most. It doesn't matter if it's a quadrillion or if it's 1,000. It doesn't. Okay? What matters is the allocation percentages. To me, that's all you need to know. Again, it's not about the supply, it's about the market cap, right? And if you have where these percentages are going, to what categories like we just went over, that's all you really need to know to get an understanding of it, if this is like super duper monopolized or not. And it's not, based off of that. That's what I can tell you guys for sure. Okay, if that makes sense. Somebody's laughing at Kamala. That's who Shizzy's voting for, by the way. He's a traitor. No, I'm joking.
No,
I shouldn't even make that joke. People get serious with this type of shit.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna have like death threats, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm just kidding.
14 Hellraiser asks, how does mining work? Do you mine Fractal and BTC? Yeah, you can. Yeah, that's exactly it. So, if my memory serves me right, they have something called merge mining, which allows you to simultaneously mine FB and Bitcoin. Okay? And on other Bitcoin compatible chains, you can't even do that. So this is why, and it's not coming from me, it's coming from experts in the field, BSV experts and all that. They're saying, fuck this shit. We're going to Fractal because it's even more pure than what we have here. Well, I don't want to take words out of their mouth. They didn't say it the latter. But the former they did. And what's going to happen now is you have something where I believe it's like the first 2 blocks is permissionless, and then the other one, that's where the what they call the cadence mining comes in. Okay. I don't know if I lost you, or if you're like Shizzy, that just you're a little bit more confused now, and then you have more questions after that answer. But that's what I'll say there. Okay.
So if you do have an ASIC, and there's some people out there, they there's a thing called like gambling mining, right? It's where you don't use a pool. You just use you kind of old school mine it. You know what I mean? You just get your ASIC and you just one ASIC, and you're just hoping one day that you get lucky enough to be like one of the guys who wins that block, because it has happened. So a lot of those people who have one ASIC now, they can actually use that and actually mine FB, because it's the same protocol. At the end of the day, Bitcoin and Fractal are pretty much the same when it comes to the mining stuff. So you can also merge mine, like you said, but you will also be able to take an ASIC and you can probably go out and buy one, and you can earn some of these FB tokens by just having it going, like just running the hardware.
Yeah. No, thank you for that. Like, I'll be honest with you guys, right? Like, mining and all that stuff, that's not really my area of expertise. I understand it, don't get me wrong. But to really break it all down for you on how this will actually work, if you want to mine, I'm probably not your guy. I'll be dead honest with y'all. But it is merge mining and all that stuff. I don't know if I'm going to mine personally. I mean, we'll see. But I'll have to get I call him my tech geek. He's in Amsterdam. Roy. I'll get Roy to mine and we'll see what happens. So we have here. Go ahead.
No, I was just thinking there's probably gonna be services for this as well, where you're gonna be able to buy something and own. I'm already seeing that, so that's something I'll look into.
Yeah.
Obviously, I won't go all in on one because there's gonna be many of them. But maybe buying an NFT that earns me some FB on the side, that might not be the worst play.
No, for sure. I would definitely vouch for one company. It's BTC Terminal. I know they're legit, and that's formerly Runes Terminal, right? They are offering some sort of like FB mining service here. And by the way, somebody asked about an airdrop, if they're doing an airdrop. They might be, right? Community incentives, maybe. That'll be damn cool. I wouldn't say bank on that, but you need to keep this in mind. Unisat already did an airdrop. $2 million it cost them. Okay, for pizza, guys. Let's be grateful for that. So if there's no airdrop, we can't give them shit for that, okay? like they're creating something that actually is needed here, okay? You know, and I know they know just as well as we do. They painfully are aware of this. You know, at the end of the day, we're not going to increase the limit size for the blocks on layer 1. Maybe OpCat will be enabled, but we need to take matters in our own hand, create the tweaks that's necessary to actually trade in the way that we all want. And that's what they did here. And they also gave us a massive airdrop of $2 million that came out of their pocket. Let's be thankful here, guys. All right? Even if they don't come out with one, they might be one, but that's not guaranteed.
I think they will do an airdrop. Because there's one main reason is because Binance doesn't like anything on their chain that doesn't have a lot of holders. So how do you get something a lot of holders? You want to airdrop it to the user. So I'm not saying they will, but I think I'd actually bet that they would, to kind of get as many holders as they can, because Binance likes that. To get listed on something like Binance, you can't go there with 1,000 holders. You can't go there with 2,000 holders. You need a giant amount of holders. So I'm pretty sure everyone who uses this chain will get something.
Because those holders potentially turn into trading fees when they go.
100%. That's yep. So to get on Binance, you need to come with a bucket of your coins, and you need to come with a bunch of holders. That's how you get listed on Binance.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm looking at the Twitter chat here. We have Penguin, Magic Wand Penguin. He just has emojis for his name. I think it's at 9.999. I miss what was just said. What purpose will pizza and sat serve? Also, will FB be gas token? So FB, if you want to inscribe based off of the BRC20 6 character to 12, as we just, we all witnessed on the testnet. I don't know if you tried it out. That's FB or testnet FB. So for everything else outside of the DEX, PizzaSwap, it appears now it's like, what is pizza? It has to be, right? PizzaSwap. So I guess PizzaSwap is the gas token there for that DEX. FB is going to be the actual native token. It's going to be mined. You're going to use it for if you want to send me tokens, if you want to inscribe. Everything that involves the DEX should only be subjected to, what's it called? Pizza. If it's PizzaSwap now, right? And I believe Sats is going to still be used on layer 1. And I know this is not what we're normally used to, but I mean, like, hey, if you could give an airdrop token a legit use case, I'm all for that, right? And that's what they're doing here. I get it. It is kind of clunky here and limited information, but that's why I decipher it. Another comment here before. Go ahead, Shizzy.
No, I kind of feel bad for the Sats holders, because originally this swap was supposed to be a Sats fee. And now it's feeling like it's changing to pizza. I could be wrong. It could still be Sats. But originally it was Sats, and now it could be pizza. Yeah, I know, I just, I just hope they do something with Sats, because it was promised. But, I don't know. Yeah. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's a good point. They're going back and forth with these different types of gas tokens, right? Originally Sats, like you said. As long as Sats maintains a use case somewhere, whether that be Module 1 or maybe there's another DEX they're creating outside of PizzaSwap, which probably isn't the case, that Sats will be utilized for, I'll be okay with it personally. But one would imagine, right? Now, Pizza, I believe, has more holders than Sats, if I'm correct. I'm pretty sure that's what I saw the last time I checked it up.
Yeah, because of the airdrop, yeah.
Yeah, so now it's kind of like, that's a larger group of people too, so what makes more economical sense? Probably the one that has more holders. I don't know. That's not my position to to make a decision on, but that's how I look at it, anyways. Yeah. Somebody's asking about Sats pump funds, so let me get to that. BTC Terminal launched an FB mining plus Sats pump fund. Well, I know they had a partnership. Whatever becomes of that becomes of that. But speaking of airdrops, Sats pump fund is doing an airdrop, right? For the person who asked us on YouTube, for BRC20 holders, Ordi, Sats, Pizza, and a couple other camps, Wizard, Quack, ORNJ, Orange Wallet, and I'm missing one more, I believe, Honk, right?
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool, right? So that's something to look forward to as well. But I would argue you might want to look forward to their platform, because if you didn't know by now, you might be living in a cave or under a rock. That business model is booming on every single chain. So if we could get that onto Bitcoin, I think that's going to boom too. I just don't see how it doesn't, but we'll see what happens there. That's one of the projects I'm looking forward to with Uniworlds and whatever else comes. Now, I think when people see this Shizzy, they're going to be like, holy crap, this is actually coming to life. This is a thing. Like, I'm talking about developers. I'm going to make a prediction right now. I guarantee you, I wouldn't say a guarantee, but I have strong conviction that a lot of Runes projects who are attempting to build down there are going to come to Fractal and actually build. It's almost like if you are on a deserted island and you're trying to build a house on Runes. That's what it is. You're limited with like maybe some fucking banana tree leaf as a roof. And you got like bamboo for fucking for the wood to frame the home. But when you go on Fractal, you got cement, you got paint, you got drywall, you got shingles for the roof, you got the required tools and materials to make this happen. I think that's what we're going to see. What do you think about people from?
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. Because you're going to use they're going to use Fractal as kind of a test net for Bitcoin as well, right? Because you're going to do a lot more stuff, and if it works really well, those opcodes are going to be added into Bitcoin as well. Because hey, this is testing for this. So if you're somebody on L1 saying, "Oh no, I hate Fractal," you're not thinking the right way. You're thinking it as go over use this stuff, just make sure it works properly. Because one day we might see the same stuff on Bitcoin, but for now, we're going to have something that we can use. And as degens, everyone over here, we're degen. If you have any of the BRC20s or any of the runes, you're as degen as I am, right? But you're now getting a place to go, a place to feel where you're welcomed. Right now on Bitcoin, you don't feel that way, but on something like Fractal, you're going to feel very welcome. These builders are building for you, and I don't think people really understand that.
Good point, guys. Like, I haven't been this excited, seriously, since probably when BRC20 tokens came out, but not like knowing about that, because I was kind of like, what do I say? Cautious. I didn't know if anything was going to become of it, but the potential was exciting. But when I saw marketplaces and I saw wallets being, supporting them, the token standard, which was Unisat, I got excited. The same damn camp is giving me similar feelings all over again, bro. It's like a full circle. You know what I mean? Like genuinely, guys. Again, if something else is better, bro, I'll fucking support it tomorrow, no problem. But I'm telling you right now, there's nothing else that's fixing the problems other than this. So it's so refreshing, and I just feel so excited and relieved. I feel as though we could actually pick up the pieces where we were and build something better, which they did. And now it's time for us to go and, test it on and play around. And really see the evolution we should have saw before, right? Or the evolution we envisioned that could be one day. And it's right here. That's why I put it, man.
Dude. And it's going to be great, right? So September 9th, you're going to be able to mint the BRC20s just like how we did on Bitcoin. It's going to feel very native to everyone, right? It's going to feel very, very how we felt. You're going to have tickers pop up, like the animal memes and stuff like that. It's going to be fun again. You put a couple $100 in and kind of see where it goes. You won't go all in on anything, so be careful. But it's going to be to the point where you're going to just go on and just have fun again. There hasn't been fun in a while. Exactly. And then after we're done with the minting process and we're kind of all have our bags and
but like this, it's kind of like BRC20s, and then runes came out, and I'm just talking from like I'm not trying to beat them down, right? But BRC20s and then runes came out, and like, yo, it's the next best thing. It's gonna change everything. It's gonna be this. It's gonna be that. And you're like, yeah, let's do it. I can't wait. And then you get there on day one, and it's like, okay, who wants to buy my tokens? I'm listing whatever 8,799. But I only want to buy 800. I'm not going to buy. And then people soon realize, oh, fuck, it's the same bullshit that we were dealing with. It's almost like when your wife's cooking you the same ground beef and rice. It's like, honey, I'm going to make you a new dish. Yeah, but when you see it on the table, it's the same ground beef and rice, but with just some salt and black pepper on it. That's well, like, so what I mean is users got let down. And that's why, to your point, it's like nothing fun really happened for so long because of that.
Well, users got let down because China wasn't involved, right? But the thing is China left BRC20s as well. Users got really bored between BRC20s and runes. That waiting period was really tough. China left for that. They got their money. They kind of left. But you have to remember too, China is momentum traders. They're not going to come in and play the games that we do. We're here forever, right? But China, they're smart with their money. They come in and they buy at the right time and they sell at the right time. They're very, very they do their due diligence. They're not degens. They're very smart people, and they left. So to say runes wasn't successful, I mean, it's obvious China wasn't playing, but China's not playing BRC20s right now.
Oh my god, ladies and gentlemen, we just had a confession on the show from Shizzy. Runes wasn't successful. Damn, my nigga. Yo, my boy, give me boom. Holy shit. Give me a virtual dabs right there, bro. Come on, there it is. Oh yeah, you guys see my tattoo?
I
did that tattoo when I was in high school. It was ghetto. See that cross on my finger? Yeah. I did the native, dude. I was in high school. I was like a dumb kid. I was like 16, and then the guy took like a pin, and then he went like this with blood, and then like this. I took some like Indian ink going like that, and anyways, I don't know where that came from. But what I would say is we had a confession from a Shizzy. It's great that how we can admit these things together and have an open discussion. I don't know. If
I feel like I'm an AA.
I don't know if that's how you all. Yeah, I don't know if that's how you always felt deep down inside. It just like spilled out of you. Like you just have to get it out. It's like vomit. It's like you can't contain it. It's gonna come out on its own. Thank you so much for confessing how you really feel.
Well, I'm not rich yet, right? So I mean that's obvious. I got a green screen. I don't got an ocean background yet.
Bro,
right?
green screens are the best.
Obviously, runes weren't successful.
Greens, no, don't say that, bro. Green screens are the best, bro.
No, but that's why I think runes were successful. You know what I mean? It's just like there's no momentum right now. So
Right.
that's my biggest thing.
So another reason why everybody who's watching this right now, whether that be the replay or the live stream, and thank you so much for joining us, we need to rejoice here together, is because, you know, the thing again with runes or BRCs or whatever it is on layer 1 is this, right? The reality is this. The notion of making money will excite and attract any crowd, 99% of the people in crypto, right? If they hear something's making money. For example, Tron. Tron launched a pump fund model. Degens are going there, they're making money, and they're doing good, so everybody's talking about Tron. It's not that Tron's special. Tron was always here since 2017. Why are you talking about it today? Because of that business model. Cool. Now, that excitement and that giddiness could only carry on for so long, right? If a user experience is terrible. It doesn't matter, right? Like yes, and then it dies out, and then you lose users, and then people aren't trading, and then it goes kind of sideline, and then it's kind of dead, right? So until this thing evolves the way it's evolving right now with Fractal, right, with the 30-second blocks, cheaper fees, then we'll actually see some real change from a user experience standpoint, right? A UX. You know, so I think this is what we were waiting for, and it's here, September 9th. Mark your calendar. I want to get the first inscription. That's my first goal, right? I want to get some of that, and maybe some other things after that. But again, if you have a limited amount of capital, and this is the alpha here, if you have a limited amount of capital, I would, like, again, you do what you want. This is not financial advice, but if I were you, this is what I would do. I would not go all in on only inscriptions. Remember what that article says about native fractal Bitcoin meta protocols or whatever the fuck it was, standards, whatever it is that they alluded to there? That's what I'm looking at, bro. That's where I think money's going to be made. Straight up, you know? So we'll see how it all goes down. You have a fan in the chat, by the way, and they're saying Shizzy knows. There we go.
Thank you.
I think you're going to say something.
That's the thing, though. Is obviously, we're going to have some BRC20s. We're going to have inscriptions, right? But eventually, I think we're going to have smart contracts. I mean, I think it's stupid not to. And what comes with smart contracts is maybe other things, right? Other types of projects and stuff like that. And who knows what else, right? But I'm definitely there for it. And I'm not going to blow my whole load on the inscriptions, right? I'm going to play.
Thanks for the visual. Thanks for the visual. I'm joking.
But I'm going to play, though, bro. But be smart with it. Just know if you really push out of the top 10 there, top 20, it might not be great, but you might be able to find some good animal tickers. I know that was big last time. I don't know if it's going to be big again, but if you play the game right, you're going to be very successful with this. But again, just make sure you're ready for what comes next, because I think it's going to be brought out in layers. And I think like Sats Pump Fun and stuff is going to be in like the second layer. I don't think it's going to be in the first one, because I think it's going to be just too much momentum and just too much people going at it. But as soon as that gets boring, I think that's when you're going to see things like these protocols coming out.
It's crazy. You bring up a good point there, because remember when they described Fractal Bitcoin with unlimited layers in terms of these fractals? Like when they mentioned in this Medium post, right? And we're trying to decipher this once again. When they're talking about these different sort of like native fractal things, are they going to be on these different layers? You know what I mean? Right? That part of it, right? The recursive side, they're talking about scaling on different layers. This is where it gets very fascinating. So I feel as though with the information coming out, they're giving us 10% of it, another 10, another 20. We don't know the whole deal just yet, bro. That's what I'm getting out of this article too. You know, we don't know the full potential, and like it's amazing that we're going to be able to test out the PizzaSwap firsthand. And by the way, I think there's somebody was talking about like other things of you know, I don't know, index or level, and that could bring better trading experience. I don't know what that means. I think that was from Quack. Domo Dogs was talking about all these things. So big shout out to him. He knows what he's talking about too. Okay, what else do we got in the live chat here, ladies and gentlemen? Will we get a thread from you? Yo, bro, this is my thread. This is my video thread. I don't really like honestly on Twitter, what I do is I probably show off and I flex, and I'll do some giveaways. Might drop some alpha, but the real alpha is on my YouTube channel, right? I mean, you should probably value that more, because it takes a lot more time to make a YouTube video than it does to wake up in the morning, take a shit on the toilet, and say, here's my thread, my alpha, you know, meanwhile, oh, I gotta wipe my ass. Okay, here we go. You know what I mean? So yeah, you should probably value that better. Yeah.
And some of these dread guys, they just put it in ChatGPT, and then it just comes out.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll forget to remove the ChatGPT marks.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, exactly.
it's funny these days, man.
Exactly. I mean, like, hey, sorry, like, hey, if that's what you do, that's fine. But I spent like over $120,000 on this fucking studio. I want to use it. You know what I mean? Okay, so yo, blockchain boss, how you doing, man? He says 100x all day long. We got Rocket Dog. I like stacking satoshis. Yeah, cool. Me too. I just don't discriminate gains, no matter where it is. Mr. 100x, right? Gains is gains. So what we got here? BTC Terminal tweeted that Rooney tokens can be used to get access to mining. Oh, nice. There we go. Well, if that's what they say, well, I guess that's it then, right? Yes, it's confirmed. Good afternoon, Florida. I saw a question. Here it is. What's your price expectation for pizza?
Ooh,
let Shizzy host for a second. Shiz, I just gotta do one, like literally 20 seconds.
Yeah. So, with pizza, pizza's going to be very utilized, obviously, with PizzaSwap, right? So, I think that PizzaSwap, if successful, you might see pizza hit, potentially where Sats is and past it, right? So Sats is valued at close to, I think, $1 billion market cap. I think it's in the top 100. You can probably see very similar for pizza. I think Sats and pizza are going to be pizza's going to catch up to Sats, in my opinion, if not pass it. So if I'm betting, I'm betting on pizza over Sats for sure. But I think billion, 2 billion.
Yeah, nice one. Pizza, bro. Damn. Let me see. What's the price of pizza right now, anyways?
$5.
Okay.
I think it's like $4.90 or something. Like so much. I checked this morning.
Let's see. I wonder if it went up because of the news. Maybe. Yeah, it did. Well, fuck, it did. Watch, I'll share my screen. So.
Oh, 535. Wow.
Yeah, 535. Oh, shoot, sorry. Excuse me. Go like this. There's a little pump, right? That's an announcement pump for sure.
Yeah.
So it did go up. It actually touched about 540. So Shizzy last saw it at 5, and it's going up because of the PizzaSwap announcement, right? So my prediction for that, bro, like honestly, it was airdropped. So people, again, this is how I look at it, right? Whether it's fucking dog runes or if it's BRC20 airdrop, the entire supply was airdropped, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the market cap? This is what I would look at first. Total supply, 21. So it's 112, million. Right? So it's 3 times less than dog. Already, that's the one I would want. Because I want to grow with it. It's the truth. No, honestly, it's the truth, right? You want to get it at a lower cap. So for me here personally, since now, here's the difference with pizza. Now it actually has a use case too. That's much better than dog. It doesn't. Here's the thing with pizza. It can be traded in a liquidity pool in a decentralized way. That's what dog don't have. And I shouldn't even say about dog, but go on.
You do it on Merlin.
That's true. Okay, fine. How many people? But this is the next thing. When you're familiar, and I love Jeff, by the way. Jeff is my fucking dude, bro. I'll defend that guy any day of the week because that guy's an innovator and he has fucking balls. And I respect people who actually try to make the space better and who has balls to do it. But this is the thing I'll say about Merlin, right? The MetaMask wallet and going from there to that and doing all these things. Probably people, it didn't seem like as Bitcoin-y, right? Now you got. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm just making up bullshit. But you have the Unisat wallet. That's a Bitcoin-related wallet for ordinals, BRCs. You're familiar with that. You just switch the network in that same wallet. You could do it seamlessly. You got your pizza there. I just feel like it feels more closer to home.
Merlin. You can use Unisat with Merlin.
You could use Unisat with Merlin, eh? Yeah. Okay. Let me see if I can come up with another excuse. Hold on.
I'm waiting. I'll be here. No, but I just think Merlin people got a bad taste in their mouth because I think the only mistake that Merlin made was allowing people to lock up their non-fungible tokens, their NFTs, because it was hard to get back, and people felt like Jeff kind of didn't let them sell it at the peak, and I think that's the biggest problem. I think that's the one mistake that Jeff made, was just letting people lock up the NFTs. He should have just let you do your BRC20s and your Bitcoin. That's it. Everything else should not have been let. And I think people would have been a lot happier. Because they weren't able to. You got to remember too, like people locked up their minerals. Mineral went to 2,000, and then when it got unlocked, it was 200. Right? So people are really pissed about that, and I think that was the only mistake that he made.
Yeah. No, for sure. But yeah, I mean, like, look, I feel as though although pizza is native BRC layer 1, right? I feel as though it's going to become now a side chain, whatever you want to call it, a fractal thing. It is PizzaSwap. It's just going to be. And now when you have that, I think it's going to be frequently used. I'll give you a prediction for the end of the year here at least. So what do we got? September, this goes live, October, November, December. I'm going to be very modest just because of the airdrop here. And the entire supply has been airdropped. This is very modest, and it's not going to wow you. I'm just trying to be logical and realistic based off all of those metrics. I think pizza will just be like around close to $20 at the end of the year. That's all I'll say. Maybe 15 something, 15 to $20. And I know that's not the wow. Maybe it might go more, but I'm just going to be modest for now and say that. And that's obviously with everything working the way it should work, right? There's no issues and the swap's working fine. Pizza's used for gas, and pizza has to be used for gas there too, which it most likely would be 99%.
Well, I don't think you're bullish enough. Like I said, I think pizza 10x's from here in the next 2-3 months, and I'm not even a pizza holder.
Could be.
And you know what I mean. So that's the thing. I think it hits $1 billion. But you got to remember too. So this is what I think pizza's going to be. PizzaSwap's going to be the modular system that we already see on Bitcoin, but on Fractal, and you're going to have to bridge in the Fractal, then bridge into this modular system, and then you're going to be forced to use pizza to swap in there, and you're still going to have to use the FB token as well. So it's kind of a forced narrative, but I think that's okay. But you're going to see other swaps coming where you're not going to have to bridge into the modular system, and I think those swaps are going to do better. And I don't think they're going to have that forced narrative. But I do think in the beginning, the first week or 2-3 weeks, it'll be nice to have that swap, even if it's a modular system.
Yeah, no, I hear where you're coming from. I'm not discounting that, and I agree that I could be dead wrong on this, to be honest. I would just say, like, man, with my experience with just like every token being airdrop, it does go up. It does go up. Don't get me wrong. But there's those limitations that it does have, right? It does have a lot of free tokens circulating. That's all. Maybe the people already got their free shit and they sold and they're out the way. I don't know. Maybe now, when you add a utility to it, you could actually use it for something. You know what I mean? And I think if people are on the hunt for like the next big opportunity, which is Fractal, they may want to use that to trade and not sell it. And also, think that how the token, the price discovery still hasn't hit. Because I think the true price discovery is going to happen when you're utilizing it on the swap. So what I mean by that is, what's it actually going to be at, right? The support and all that, for the token. Like right now, you could argue the support is $5, but I would say that when they actually be utilized, that's when we're going to see the true price discovery over there.
Yeah, I think this runs till September 9th. I think this really has a really good. I think it doubles from here, if not triples. It's not financial advice whatsoever. It's just my opinion from somebody who doesn't hold any. And I think a lot of the weak hands are out because what happened once it airdropped, a lot of the weak hands got out at $2-3. And I think that right now, what happened was a lot of the Chinese momentum came back during that period, and you saw a lot of these pizza get bought up. Pizza was the volume was absolutely insane those weeks, and I think it left weak hands in the strong hands, and I think a lot of strong holders hold right now. I don't think they're going to be selling at 10, 15. I think they're going to want to sell at $25, $30.
Yeah. Like if I'd rather be wrong on a conservative estimate than you know what I mean. So maybe that's
not me, dude. I'm all in, baby.
I'll be like, if I was wrong, I guess that's a good problem to have because it went 5x or 10x or 20x and not 3x, right? So that's a good price prediction to be wrong on.
I like to be bullish, if you don't know.
Yeah, no, that's fine, bro. Dude, I'm freaking damn excited now. So we have somebody asking, I am running a Fractal node on Docker. You use Docker or Linux? I use a Linux. I'm not running a Fractal node, but I do use a Linux. I have a Lightning Network and also a Bitcoin node. Is what I have here. Okay, cool. Shizzy, we're at that 1 hour mark, but we have a nice crowd here on YouTube, man. I mean,
dude,
guys,
I can hang, bro. It's up to you.
Yeah, we can shoot the shit. Let's see what's happening here on Twitter. As I said, I'm testing out this new thing, and we do have some people commenting here.
Yeah.
Yo Street. I was making a clip from my live stream I did in my backyard here, and it was one of your questions, so that's going to be uploaded later today on Twitter. So what was I saying here? We got a lot of comments in the Twitter side. Let's see. Ooh. Lottery mining and no solo mining due to difficulty. Okay, let's go down. Pizza gonna shine, cream rises to the top. Okay, can pizza flip Ordi? What a question.
Yes.
Bro, I don't think anybody thought that Sats would have flipped Ordi. Right? Like, no, I'm saying before we had this information about Sats potentially being a gas token on Fractal, right? I don't think that was ever a thing, a discussion, or a question, right? That was asked. it was mainly what? Oh, dog will flip already. Oh, and the Sats, like nobody's thinking of Sats. That announcement came out. Sure enough, Sats flipped already. Yes, I think so. It can. Pizza can. It one day will. I think so.
I think pizza will be number one, but the problem is Unisat. It's known. I think that one of their largest wallets minted an incredible amount of Sats. So Unisat is heavily invested into the Sats token. So I knew that it would pass Ordi eventually. I didn't know it would be this soon, but I thought obviously I don't think Unisat holds that much Ordi, but I knew they hold that much Sats. And it's I'm not saying they're pumping their own bags whatsoever, but I just feel like they would be more inclined to do things with Sats than they are with Ordi, and that's showing.
Yeah, no, for sure. But hey, look, if they hold a bunch of Sats and they're using pizza, then, I mean, and look, but listen, bro, by all means, good for them. I mean, if they hold a bunch of Sats, what? It's not like if they knew a guy that hooked them up. They went the same way that we did, and they did it, and they said, we'll make a use case out of it. It's almost like how the BRC, like even us, Shint. And by the way, we allowed everybody to mint 53% or so first, and then we start to go ham after. But if you are doing it in a fair launch way and you want to make a use case out of it because you went and you minted it, by all means. What are we going to censor innovation and we're going to censor people from not making use cases out of tokens? Not me. I mean, like people today, I think they have the mentality of they want everything to be done for free. It's like, where's the work ethic? Today, work ethic it's not there. It's non-existent. It's like you kill what you eat and you eat what you kill. If you're not killing it, you're not eating it. But today, in today's culture, that has totally changed. And I feel like we have become numb to work ethic, brother. You know what I mean? So this is the expectations. And, these guys are doing more than enough for us here. So by all means, if you want to use Sats as a gas token because you fairly minted it and you want to go and, use your money to build it, who am I to say no, bro? That don't make no sense to me. It's almost like, oh, well, we don't like pre-sales. Okay, it was fairly minted. Oh, well, we don't like it because they fairly minted it and have someone want to make a use case out of it and build an infrastructure for all of us to use to better the space. That's not good enough, too. I don't know, Shizzy.
Yeah, man. I don't really know, dude. It's just one of those things where it's like now that they're kind of pivoting to pizza, it kind of shows you that pizza was very fair, and I think they want to do that. They want to make it more fair because they own a lot of the Sats, and I think that's smart. But if I'm a Sats holder, I'm kind of pissed off that it's not PizzaSwap but it's PizzaSwap.
It'll be cool. It'll be cool if they have a dual feature. You want to use pizza or you want to use Sats?
Yeah. Yep. I agree. But one thing about that article that I think we kind of stepped over a little bit was that they said in there that, it's not just BRC20s. It's not just runes.
That's right.
It's going to be everything. So that's including tap tokens as well. And you see BRC20s and ARC20s and really anything that really wants to build over there. You're possible to build over there using the 30-second blocks, using the smart contracts, using everything else. So I think that Fractal is going to be a lot bigger than BRC20s. I think BRC20s
Who told you you could use that word on my show? Tap. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm playing. Yeah, no, that is true,
but,
right?
I mean,
yeah, go ahead.
No, but that's just my point was just, you know what I mean? I think it's going to be Fractal's going to be bigger than just one standard.
Yeah, for sure. Let's touch up on tap a bit. Maybe there's some things that I don't know of, but I never really got into it too much. I mean, I've seen it, I've heard of it, I like it in terms of what I hear, but for some reason, like there's so much happening in the space. You can't get into everything and learn it all. And I think if you want to be best at something, you should really spend most of your time doing the thing that you're most interested in or what you think is the best solution, right? Instead of hopping around to every single one. And, it's kind of like a jack of all trades, but it's like you know everything, but you're not good at one thing, right? So, like, for me, I want to be good at something and know that thing that I like the most, that I believe in or whatever. But I don't know if you want to enlighten me with tap, or there was some groundbreaking discovery. They were digging in the ground and they found the pot of gold of smart contracts on layer 1. How does the story go? Once upon a time. Tell me the story.
All right. So it really started last August. I was actually good friends with Benny at the time. We were communicating a lot. So basically, he dropped just protocol called Tap. You were able to go. You were able to mint these tokens. He grabbed the first token Tap and kind of pocketed it, put it away. He left another token called minus Tap. You were able to. It was back then we were able to have curse tokens, and that was one of the curse tokens. As of January, you couldn't have that anymore. But anyway, so he let you go in, and you were able to mint stuff and mint it, Ordify and Base and all these cool tokens that really couldn't do anything with.
Okay, time out, bro. We're losing viewers talking about Tap. Let's fucking change the topic, bro.
All right.
I'm joking. No, wait,
no,
go.
Real quick. So then
No,
this guy, since Santiago comes in, he promises a marketplace. Tap didn't have a marketplace, so that was the biggest problem. I minted all these tokens. I couldn't trade them anywhere. There's no place to trade them. Going like probably like 6 months later, back in February, we finally have Ordinal's wallet came in and saved the day. They brought the tap wallet, the tap tokens in. You were able to finally buy and sell your tap tokens. Tap finally had an ecosystem that was building. Benny's made a lot of promises, and that's a play on words because there's a protocol he's building called Promises, and you're going to be able to do a lot in there. The information that we're getting is far and in between.
he made a protocol named Promises.
So yeah, so that's one of the things in there. It's called.
I'm
promises.
sorry, that's fucking corny.
About promises.
That's fucking corny, bro. That's corny as fuck. No wonder I never got into tap. I'm joking. I would say this: we got tap. We got the pipe, the pipe that goes to the tap, and then turn on the tap, and the water falls in the track. You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck's going on with all these things? Maybe that's why there's so much going on. I get confused, right?
So Track is different. Track's a decentralized indexer that they're building, right? And Tap.
I know
is the
Track.
protocol
You know I know Track real good.
And then,
yeah.
And did you mint Track?
No, I didn't mint Track. But I'm remember about the stuff I was saying about Track, the validators, how to call with the team. Like this was back in the day. Yeah,
I gotcha. Oh yeah. I gotcha. So then, obviously, then we had Pipe come out because Casey he did a video talking crap about BRC20s, and he was smoking a pipe, and then Benny made the Pipe protocol or whatever. But then they got backing. Then Scree Labs came in. Scree Labs is, I think I want to say Korea, and they have a base in Texas as well. And they came in with big money, and Benny got real quiet. And he had head down building for a long time. We haven't really heard anything. Now we have this beta test. It's called Taparoo. It's like they're going to be their personal marketplace that the team has built. And you have a lot of builders now building on it. You have Ghosty, you have Traverse, you have Unitap, you have Foxy. You know what I mean? They're building over there. So you definitely have some teams building over there. The information is far and in between, but I just want to be prepared. I'm an addict for this stuff, right? Like
I'll tell you the problem that I've learned,
junkie, bro.
I'll tell you the problem that I learned. Okay, with Western developers and the Chinese developers in particular. Westerners, they tend to be perfectionists and they want to take their time to get something done. Asian developers, Chinese, they're quick to market and they act fast. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and I get it. To build anything that's going to make a real difference, I think it'll take time to build. And I give credit to Benny and those guys for really trying to take the time to build it. But if you really look at it in its totality, in its entirety, Unisat fucking overlapped them here. We were talking about Tap and all this shit that's going to be big things all the way back last year, when we never even knew about Fractal Bitcoin. We just started hearing about Fractal Bitcoin's going to go fucking live. Is Tap even live right now? I don't even know.
So, I mean, the protocol is just like BRC20s, but yeah.
But is it live?
There's nothing you can do. I mean, you can trade. Yeah, I mean, it's the Tap. You can trade the tokens.
So there's a mainnet and everything you could transact?
Well, it's Bitcoin. It's not an L2 or anything like that. But yeah, you can go to Ordinal's wallet and you can buy and sell tokens.
So
it's token standard. It's all.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Oh God, bro, that's going to be dead. I'm sorry. It's going to be dead.
Well, the rumors now.
It's worse than what I thought.
Number two, Unisat gave up on L1. They're building on Fractal now. Fully.
They're smart.
They're
smart.
But Benny's probably going to be doing the same with ICP.
Oh, they're smart. You know why? I watched this survey. I was like, the nations that have the highest IQ. Hong Kong was number 1, then someplace in China was number 2, and someplace in freaking a part of China was number 3. So they're not dumb. You know what I mean? They're BSV guys. Okay? They're OpCat guys. Okay? Right? Shizzy's like, don't say that. Don't say the OpNet now. Look, as I said, I don't discriminate nobody.
I like Chad.
If you're bringing real innovation, I'm down with you, bro. I'm down with your ass. And by the way, I would love to talk to Chad and Danny, by the way, but that's a story for another day.
Chad's a good guy. I hate Danny, but that's
what was I getting to? Sorry, I was before you interrupted me. What did I get to?
I'm sorry.
No. Yeah, so they're smart guys. So it comes up, the Chinese has a high IQ. Okay, it's not even an opinion. This is the facts, right? Based off the Guinness Book of Records or some shit. I don't know. They did an IQ test, whatever. So they're not dumb people, number 1. Number 2, they are the most experienced with Bitcoin-compatible blockchains, okay, because they come from BSV. Number 3, they're the most experienced when it comes to OpCat because of BSV. Number 4, they were the first ones to build this infrastructure. Why is all of this important? Those are the people who know firsthand, who are painfully aware of the problems. If you want tokens on layer 1, you're not going to have a network effect. And we hear this terminology, network effect, right? Ethereum is about on, I don't know, what is Ethereum? How fast is Ethereum? I know it's like 13 transactions per second, but like throughput is, not throughput, but.
It's about 2 or 3 minutes.
No,
it takes
for a
while.
transaction. How many seconds for a transaction? Maybe on average 20 seconds.
For Ethereum?
Isn't it? How much is it?
No, I think it's longer than that. I think it's like 1.5 minutes.
Yeah, it depends on the network. I did some Ethereum shit the other day, but what I'm trying to get at is this. Ethereum is still relatively faster than Bitcoin, right? Let's just say it's 30 seconds, right? Or a minute or whatever. It's relatively faster. But yet, people complained about high fees. They complained about how slow it is still. And we built, other blockchains on top of that, right? You understand what I'm saying? So there's a market for that.
Yeah.
These guys are aware and are convinced that if you want to do the things that we all want to do, like what we see on other blockchains with LPs, lending and borrowing and all this stuff and scalability, it can never happen on layer 1 unless we increase the limit of the block size, which is never going to happen. Okay?
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say now is if you have tokens on layer 1, okay, it's cute, it's nice, it's fine. Yes, you got programmability. All these fucking Bitcoin nerds, the same people who talk shit about ordinals, the Bitcoiners, the red laser eyes, we don't want the shit coins on Bitcoin, and we all laughed at them. The same people who laughed at them are segregated into different camps like TAP, like Drones, like BRC, like this and that, and are sticking with that. When they see new innovation, they're turning into laser eye guys themselves now. Oh, we don't need another side chain, but we need another token standard on layer 1 called Runes. How the fuck does that make sense? Fucking idiots. Just because a popular guy called Leonidas is behind it, you want to go suck his fucking dick and get wrecked. You sucked his dick and you got wrecked.
Well, Leonidas isn't behind Runes. He's behind
dog, but buddy. If he never spoke about Runes, you think motherfuckers will be talking about Runes today?
I mean, who's talking about them besides like me? Like,
bro, when I say today, I mean like the advent of Runes. If Leonidas never spoke about Runes, would we be talking about Runes today?
I think so. I truly do. I think I like Runes. I personally like it. I love the fact there's no transfer inscriptions.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. We would not be talking about Runes today. If he didn't push it the way he pushed it, had Casey on there, bro, it would just be another token stand and nobody would give a fuck. That's the facts.
Well, I mean, Casey created it. I mean, at the end of the day, you can say what you want about Casey. I mean, the fact that he created ordinals and he created Runes, it's just like ordinals blew up. This one might blow up as well. And I think Runes is okay for L1, but now we're on to other things with Fractal, right? We're not even going to be thinking about L1 probably for the next couple months. And I think it's going to piss a lot of people off, but it's going to be true.
Sorry, Kay, my bad. Sorry. Come on, bro. It's the Uncensored show, man. Come on, man. This is not PG-13 stuff now. I don't even know how
I used to love my 2-year-old curse, dude. I used to love it. When I got to 4 or 5, I said, yo, cut it out. But at 2, that's cute. Oh, yeah? It's adorable.
Dude, do you know those times I got that, Kay? Like, many people were telling me this, right? They'll tell me, hey, I'm with my kid. Could you stop the swearing? Anyhow. So what I would say, though, is, I don't know how his name came up, but, I don't think it would have been a thing there. But nonetheless, this is what we needed. I don't think anything with tokens on layer 1. Listen, they will have a market for that. I think OpNet's creating something down there, right, with smart contracts, tap smart contracts. There would be those geeks that like that slow shit. But you want to make fucking money? You want fast shit? You want degen shit where the money's at? It ain't going to happen down there. I'm sorry. It just can't. It's impossible. It's like you trying to breathe air in fucking outer space. You're going to get wrecked. Look, don't get me wrong.
People don't know
what I would say, exactly. No, listen, I want to make this clear because I could overstep my words sometimes, right? But what I would say is there will be a market on layer 1. There will be people that value it. But if you want a real network effect, if you want high volume trading, it's never going to happen on layer 1, which means what? In some people's eyes, it's not going to be successful. If you want mediocrity, like I'm talking about as a developer, right? A person wants to commit to that because they are nerds and they love security, and we all love security, don't get me wrong. But the Bitcoin layer 1 native assets, and that's what we want. You're a fucking Bitcoiner red laser eye motherfucker is what you are. That's what I want to call your asses. Sidechain, you are a fucking laser eye motherfucker. You're talking shit about these Bitcoiners. Sorry, I said I wasn't going to curse. Again. But you know what I mean? You are a red laser eye guy, right? You're just like them. The same people you laugh at, I'm laughing at you too. So, is that a fair assessment?
Yeah,
it's okay if it's not. It's okay if it's
so.
not. Tell me. I would love to, yeah.
The thing is, I just think that Runes is going to be number one protocol on layer one. But like I said before, the real money's going to be made on these side chains. The real money. I mean, you can see, like Trevor just posted a thing the
So
other day.
why did
showing
everybody
all
like
the
Runes to
building on
begin
the
with? Chizzy.
No transfer inscriptions.
Okay.
And Casey.
And what else?
So I
and
think
what else?
it's a big.
Man, that's bullshit. And what else? One last thing. They thought they were going to make money.
Well, yeah, 100%. You don't get into a token if you don't feel like you're gonna make money on it.
So then
But
that just goes back to my
I
original
think
point. D-gents only care about the next new thing that can make money, right? So what happens now, right? Hold on, right? Like Tron showing us that right now with their pump fund thing.
Yeah.
Rune showed us that. BRC20 didn't really show us that because it was kind of taboo and weird at the beginning. Then after it made money, and then people saw that they wanted to come in. So what happens now when people see all kinds of games being made on Fractal Bitcoin? Do you think they're going to care about dead runes, bro? I'm telling you.
Yeah, I do.
Like,
I think
this might be an indirect kill shot for runes. An indirect. Because if we just agreed, Shizzy, right, that people only care about making money, and when nothing's making money on runes or layer one, or maybe offnet would, maybe tap new stuff would, whatever. But when people see countless times, oh, this guy made 20x, this guy made 100x, this guy made 50x, what do you think's going to happen? Their liquidity is going to be moved over to Fractal. Because people are making money, which we just agreed to. And then they go from faster blocks to making money to cheap fees to what? To no liquidity, to no money, to slow blocks, to expensive fees. I don't know who would want to buy into that over the former. The latter.
Well,
being,
you got to remember, too, I think Fractal kills BRC20s first. And I say that because I think they're going to be minting over there. So I think a lot of the BRC20s that we know today as BRC20s on L1 are going to be kind of sold for Bitcoin, and the Bitcoin's going to be transferred over to, or they're going to be bridged into Fractal and sold over there, because I think you're always chasing the new shiny thing, right? That's the big deal. You're going to want these six-digit tickers because they're going to be new, they're going to be fresh. You're going to get them for free just paying the FB token. So I think it actually kills the BRC20s that we know today and creates this new standard over there that I'm calling FRC20s, for lack of a better word. And I think the FRC20s are actually going to be the ones that kill the BRC20s. And then this new Fractal standard, which I think is going to be different than what we have today. It's not going to be inscription based. It's going to be smart contract based. I think that eventually kills BRC20s because they're all over on Fractal already. So BRC20s dies first. And I think that Runes becomes the main standard on Bitcoin that no one's really going to use too often, but you're going to be able to make some money, because you have to remember guys like Liquidium, guys like Fluid and stuff, they're building over there, building borrowing and lending, and they have a token standard, and you're going to want to have exposure to that.
Yeah, I mean, hey, look, I wouldn't be surprised if I see Liquidium come to Fractal. I wouldn't be surprised.
I know they're definitely coming. They're all coming, but where's their token going to land?
Look, you could probably still support your service on the side chain, Fractal, and wherever you want, right?
It's copy and paste.
Yeah, you don't have to choose one or the other. So yeah, again, there will be a market, but again, I think it's like this, right? Do you rather take the highway to work to get to your destination faster, or do you want to take the back roads and get there 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times slower, right? That's how I see it. If your destination is, there to be fast, effective, and efficient, then you might want to choose Fractal. That's all I'll say there.
I'll be over there. I'm going to be playing 100%.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm starting to think now, like, where am I going to bring the liquidity from? Am I going to put new Bitcoin in? Or am I going to sell something?
If Shizzy was to sell all of his Runes assets, he'll be left with fucking $2.50. I'm joking.
A lot more than that, I hope so. I don't even look at them so much, but yeah. No, it's
look. By all means, right? I don't want to see anybody lose money, right? Whether I own bags or not, right? I honestly mean this, right? I think we're in this game, yes, for the tech, for the independence. I remember when I first made my a Bitcoin transaction with somebody, bro, and I got it, he got it. I was like, what the frig? Like literally that first time was crazy to me. So I'm in it for like the independence too, the freedom. But yes, I'm the tech, but we're also in it for the money, right? And I feel like if you're losing too much money consistently, your quality of life goes down. So this is why I say sincerely, I don't like to see people lose money, especially consistently, because their quality of life is going down. This game was supposed to be made for the opposite, result, right? For us to liberate us and do all these things. But anyways, I would like to see Runes have its day. Bro, dude, it's been 4 months. Dude, 4 months is a long time in crypto.
Yeah, but it's sideways. We've been sideways for 26 weeks.
That means it's dead.
That
means it's
dead.
Well,
Bitcoin's dead.
That means but Bitcoin was dead with BRCs at 25K, dog.
No, it went from like 19 to like 25, which was like 30% boom.
But
You know
bro,
what I mean? We haven't got anything
giving
like
us
that.
freaking what do you call it 20 was it, what year was that? 2017 all-time highs of Bitcoin. Bear market is what I mean. Like, you know what I mean? Like, dude, it was way worse conditions, right? So look, to end this topic, or we could talk about it more. I don't care. I'll go back to the chat, but for me, it's like it had its time. You had all the big influencers in the world backing you. Casey, the man himself, Magic Eden on day one, Wald support on day one, and you still didn't do anything. After 4 months, unacceptable. That is unacceptable in this space.
Ordi went from $26 in May of 2023 to $2 in September. That's all I'm gonna say. It's September, and
But
then
this
it
is
went
the thing.
to $80 in November, and I think that the runes could do the same. I think we're gonna repeat that actually.
So I did a Twitter poll, and this is how we kind of squash this. I did a Twitter poll so people don't hear it coming out of my mouth, and I asked. No, I just wanted to know because maybe I am off and I'm wrong, right? So I'm like, let me do a decentralized Twitter poll, right, and see what people say. And I asked, did you get wrecked with runes or did you make money? And I think it was like 60-something percent, 65% or so said we got wrecked, and the other said, we made money, which is just people trying to mess up the poll, right? Like I guarantee you, probably only like 5% of those people were accurate, and the remainders were just people trying to flood the fucking poll to try to do a Donald Trump siege on me, well, with the voting, right? I mean, just kind of like rig the system in a sense. So the people spoke for themselves, and they told us that they were wrecked. So I don't know. I think it was the opposite effect. They got bamboozled, I believe. A lot of people talk about they made all this money, and I would tell them an airdrop is not you making money because there's not a recorded metric on a CoinGecko saying market cap, supply, airdrop. It just doesn't exist. So you can't really include that. And that would be that. So,
but if you bought Sats and Ordi in the top BRC20s, you'd still be down 50% today if you bought them at the halving, right? So I mean that the BRC20s are down just as much as runes are.
But I would say this, right?
Everything is.
If we're talking about from you got in on whatever, you got in on that day one and you got into runes on day one, what does that really look like? Right? You got into BRC20s on day one, or you can't even compare it, right? You got into BRC20s on day one, you got into runes on day one. How does that look like? Or you bought in, whatever, however you want to look at it. You minted or you bought in, whatever. Even the people that bought into BRC20 tokens on the aftermarket made money. People who bought into runes,
they all went back.
I beg to differ. Of course, they did go back because of the user experience and the NFT-like style trading, and then influencers who are much bigger than any influencer in BRC is screaming runes and screaming other things. And people heard about this. Oh my God, tokens on Bitcoin made you so much money, made people money. I want the next big thing, which is runes. That was being marketed. Solana people came over too. Chest out runes got wrecked. They did. I've seen some Solana guys say this, right? I'm sure you're aware of this. So what I would say is this. Not only that runes was the opposite of what was marketed. Okay? The next big thing is going to change the way you trade tokens on Bitcoin forever, blah, 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 and you're going to make money. It actually did a lot more harm than it did good. And that's a fact. It's a fact.
Yeah. For now.
For now, until Fractal Bitcoin goes to market and shows them what, what's up.
Well, that's the thing too. Runes could be successful over there as well. If BRC20s can be successful, you might be able to, you're going to have FRC20s. Why not have runes, right? I mean, who knows? It's a UTXO standard, just all in Fractal. And that could do well as well. Who knows what could come next? And I'm not going to try and guess what comes next because I'm just going to have exposure to many different things and just hope that the whole ecosystem goes up, right? So
yeah, we got a crypto Rasta here. I don't know if you Rasta man don't eat pork. My dad used to tell me that. I don't know why Rasta man don't eat pork. In Trinidad and Jamaica, it's a very similar culture in that regard. Anyhow, what do we got here? I saw something. Okay, Kay asks, or he says, reality check for myself. How much confident you do guys, maybe meant two guys, think that Fractal will be successful? I mean, we all thought that runes was the solution, and I can answer this for everything. We need that BRC20 back, he meant. I'll tell you this, Kay, while you're driving and texting, it seems like. The difference between, let me pull up this angle. The difference between runes and Fractal is a framework. It's a network. right? You could do exponentially 100 times more things there than you could do with a token standard, especially on layer 1. You're constrained, you're limited. This is opening up everything that you couldn't do. It's like you're in a straitjacket and you're trying to like fight somebody. You can't punch, you can't do that. You can just hit him with the shoulder, you could get something done. But then now Fractal's like the straitjacket's off. You could do Bruce Lee shit now. You know what I mean? We're about to do some Bruce Lee shit here on Fractal Bitcoin. What the? You know what I'm saying? And guess what? China made it too. So you best expect some Bruce Lee shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you can expect over there. So, and what I would point to is this. What, like you said, like we were expecting runes. I said the opposite about runes. And I could have been wrong, but I was correct. What I did about BRC20's bullshit on that turned out to be true. And here I sit right now telling you, it almost feels like, Shizzy, that it's almost another minority opinion here with FB, right? I feel as though now I'm seeing the surge of runes, or influencers and such trying to say why Fractal isn't good, you know? It's the same people who told you runes is the next meta is telling you that Fractal isn't good, and it's the same people like me who told you runes is fucked and BRC20s was good at the beginning, or is telling you that Fractal's the next shit. What are you going to fucking choose, bro? Here's your next fucking chance to be on the right side of history and not the wrong fucking side. If you listen to me with BRC, I'm not saying to listen to me by any means. Sorry for cursing again. I know if you're with a kid still, but I'm not trying to tell you to listen to me. But when I say listen to me, to the words that are coming from my mouth, what I believe in, I'm not saying you should believe the same thing, but if you're smart, you might want to do some research and see what I'm saying is factual. So PRCs, I was bullish on that when it was uncool at the time. It was a weird thing. It blew up real big. Those guys who told you about runes says it was going to be the next big thing were the same guys who faded BRCs, was talking about art, was talking about sub 10K collections, all this dumb shit they got for free to sell on you, okay? Aren't even talking about that anymore. They said runes was the big thing. I said, no, it's not the big thing. Everybody threw rotten tomatoes at me. Turns out, like what you just said, you got shitted on. Well, now I'm telling you, Fractal's the next big thing. Who are you going to listen to? I don't know. It's up to you. I think it's evident by now. And Shizzy just smiling because he knows that's just facts. Shizzy just smiling.
I'm just down, bro. I'm down for Fractal. I'm down for runes. I'm down for everything.
You know why, Shizzy? Because you're like me. You're a degen at heart. And you know there's money to be made, right, with Fractal. And like what we just spoke about, degens like to flock to the next thing that could potentially present some opportunities.
Yeah, and that's the thing, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I lost some money with runes, but I'm holding a lot of the stuff that I bought originally. So to me, I didn't lose anything. And we have about 14 to 15 months, I think, left in this bull run. So I'm you know what I mean? I don't buy things to sell them for a loss, right? I buy things, I hold it, goes to zero, to zero. I lost that money when I made that purchase, right? Like that money's zero until it's something else there. So for me with Fractal, I'm playing the same game. I'm going to take money that I've earned, and I've made a lot of money in the last 12 months. You know what I mean? So
do me a huge favor, please, Shizzy. Do not spend another $1 on any fucking runes tokens, or else I just don't want to see you pick up the steel toe shoes again and go back to fucking work. Fuck that. Bro, once you quit, you never go back to that job, okay? No matter what, bro. I'm just saying, just don't throw another $1 at runes, bro. If you believe the market's going to grow, well, you got bags already. Let it fucking grow. You don't need to fucking reinvest.
Yeah. I haven't put anything in a little while. I do throw little flyers though. You know what I mean? I'll throw a couple $100 at this, or I'll throw $1,000 at that. It's little money, just nothing crazy. But then, you know, I have a whole bunch of Bitcoin that I'm ready to bridge into Fractal, and let's play. I want to get that wrap Bitcoin, and I want to see what I can do with it. And if that is BRC20s, or that is or Frunes, or whatever you want to call them, I'm going to try everything over there. So
you know why they call it Frunes, right? Because it's dunes. You know Francis? I'll get.
I love that. You should create dunes, bro, over there. I know. Crazy if that's a better protocol.
I swear to God, my next show, when K is on, I'm going to change it to Francis Dune PG-13. Not even uncensored. Francis Dune PG-13. Look, bro, I could go on and on and on. We have a nice crowd here, but let's leave it at that, right?
Yeah.
All I would say is, look, Shizzy, thank you so much for coming on at such short notice, last minute. Appreciate you. I think we got good synergy here. We may disagree on some things, but at the end of the day, we're grown-ass adults and we can speak about these things in a logical way. So I always appreciate your company. And if you want to tell the viewers anything, go ahead.
Yeah, check out Ordinary Revolution. We're a YouTube channel over on YouTube, and we're on X and Spotify and Apple. So check us out. Me and my partner Yagobi, we kind of give you daily news. We're live Monday to Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. Pacific. So check us out.
Awesome stuff, guys. You just heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. September 9th, book it in your calendar, because the first inscription, just like they normally do, should be the one that actually banks some okay coin. We'll see. We're very excited here. I want to just say good luck to the Fractal Bitcoin and Unisat team, and anybody and everybody who is developing over there. Best wishes to you. I think this is exactly what the Bitcoin ecosystem needs, and I think they're going to show us firsthand. Enough with the talking. I think, like what I say, it's best I can show you better than I could tell you, and I think we're going to see this come to fruition finally on September 9th. And by the way, there is a testnet you can test before that sometime later this week. So you know what? There ain't really much left to say other than, until the next video, Shizzy, finish it for me.
Later.
Your ass is on your own, bro. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, your ass on your own. Sorry,
you got a second try. So until the next video.
Your ass is on your own, bro.
Later.